Hello, this is the CCR podcast. I'm Jejane, your podcast host, and today we're speaking with Julissa from Dominican University. Could you start off with a brief description of your university?
Yeah, so we are Dominican University of California. We are located in the city of San Rafael, California. So we're about 20 minutes north of the Golden Gate Bridge. We're about 20 minutes from like Sonoma, so Sonoma State. So we're right between like Sonoma State and San Francisco. We're also about 20 minutes from Oakland, Berkeley, and we're about an hour here from Sacramento.
Um, what do you love about the school that you're representing?
So what I love about Dominican is our location, just because we're surrounded by all the big major Bay Area cities, but without being in the actual city, so it's not as overwhelming. But that being said, we have great internship opportunities because we're near all these big corporations and big organizations in the Bay Area.
What would you say is the average student that goes to your college in regards to their profile, their academic profile?
So our school is actually about 75% diverse. So we have a very diverse population on our campus. Most of our students do live on campus, so it's definitely not a commuter school. We don't require our students to live on campus their freshman year, but it is highly recommended because it's easier to get more active on campus. We have over 30 clubs, so our students are definitely well involved on our campus.
Oh, that sounds really amazing. What do you love about Dominican University?
I love just how beautiful it is, and again, our location. We are surrounded by all the big national, well, not big national parks, but a lot of the national parks, as well as all the greenery. So our campus is very green. And a fun fact, 13 Reasons Why, the show 13 Reasons Why, was actually some clips were filmed on our campus. I don't recommend the show, but it shows a little bit of what our campus is like on the show.
Oh, wow, that sounds really amazing. What sets you apart from other schools?
So I would say what sets us apart is something that we build into the curriculum called the Dominican Experience. Every single student at Dominican is given an integrated coach. Every student is involved in the community. It's something we call community engagement. So we want you inside of the classroom as much as we want you outside of the classroom. We want you outside building relationships with the community and doing as much community service work as you can. Also, all of our students are given internship opportunities, which is their signature work, and their research opportunities. Most students are doing research from their freshman year, and most students graduate with at least 3 different internships. Yeah.
With internships, what kind of internships do students typically get?
So depending on the major, there's so many different options. So if you're thinking of maybe doing like sports management, or you're thinking of doing media studies and sports media, we have great opportunities with a lot of the sports teams in the area, which is something I really like to highlight because sports is big in my life. We have opportunities with like the Oakland Raiders, the Golden State Warriors, the Oakland A's. We also have internship opportunities with like Instagram, Facebook, which I know is important to a lot of our new students because social media is such a big thing. We also have opportunities with like Pixar. Actually, one of our alumni worked on the movie Incredibles 2, if you're familiar with it. One of our alumni from Dominican worked on that film.
It sounds like students who graduate from Dominican end up being very successful. What would you give for advice for freshman applicants that are interested in Dominican?
Yeah. So I would say, first thing, don't feel pressured to pick a major, and I think that's with every single school that you apply to, not just Dominican. Don't feel pressured, because I know myself personally, I ended up switching my major twice. There's so many majors out there possible, so definitely do your research. Most universities on their website have all of the programs. Click on the programs, look at different things that those students are doing. At Dominican specifically, we are test optional, so it's something a little bit different, something new that we're doing. So we don't require your SAT or your ACT exams for everything other than nursing. Nursing is our exception. So definitely do your research on the school, whether they're test optional, whether they're not, whether they're a free application. At Dominican, we're a free application. Also, anyone with a GPA of 3.0 or higher is guaranteed a scholarship. So just do your research before you apply to any college, I'd say.
Could you talk a little bit more about that scholarship?
Yeah. So we give merit-based scholarships. So just for doing good in high school, pretty much, we award you anything higher than a weighted cumulative GPA of a 3.0. We guarantee you up to $25,000 in scholarships, just depending where your GPA lies. There's a scale. And that's without even looking at the financial situation. So once you apply to FAFSA, any other federal or state aid, or any other aid that Dominican can give you, we'll give you as much as we can to kind of help you out there.
Following that, what is the overall tuition of your school?
Our tuition is about $46,000 right now. We are a private school, so we're a little bit more on the expensive end. But because we're a private school, we're able to give a little bit more aid. So like I mentioned, anything higher than a 3.0 can get you up to $25,000, and that's already shaving half of the tuition off without even looking at your financial situation.
Thank you so much for interviewing with us today.
Yeah, you're welcome. Take care.